The Vice-Chancellor at Chambogo University, Professor Eli Katunguka, has advised researchers to always identify with stakeholders before carrying out research in order to influence policy. Professor Katunguka told participants from different universities to identify research problems they want to interrogate with stakeholders before they embark on the findings. He said this during a training on the research policy interaction skills within AgriFose 2023 program. Dr. Judith Nagasha, the main organizer of this training, says the main intention of the 3 days meeting is to equip researchers with necessary skills to communicate their findings to stakeholders involved in policy making.
About the type of research that researchers need to do so that the research can be impactful. Talking about the impact of the research. Because not every research can end into policy. So the researchers do must be properly identified. The problem that they are investigating must be properly identified with the stakeholders' involvement. Because then when you deal with the stakeholders, you identify their problems. And then when you do your research and come up with findings, you go back to them and communicate what you found. And if it is a problem of national importance, the politicians should also be interested. When you're talking about issues that can be solved by policy development, then the politicians should be involved, should be interested as well. So I made 2 points. One, not every research ends up into policy. For policy research or research to end up into policy, the problem must be properly identified and the stakeholders involved in shaping that problem so that you know it is, once you come up with the research findings, then the stakeholders together with the politicians will make the policy to address that problem. Are our politicians interested in policy making? Are they interested in making policy? How are policies made in this country? They are made by planners without relying on research evidence. And that makes their implementation sometimes difficult. Because I can say this, our parliamentarians are interested more in elections and re-elections, and whatever you're going to do should be adding value to them so that they can convince their constituents to come back next round.